It's an acting career. It's a serious job.
Yeah. And Drew, and that's the thing I was also going to say, because sometimes when I look for Drew ananiambia Polo nilikuwa shoot, and sometimes it's as early as 6:30, 6 a.m. And then by the time you're returning my call, ni 10 p.m., 11. So walk us through like the process, because like some people don't understand, you know, what it takes to see you pale on TV.
Performance it takes everything from you. Your emotions, it involves everything. Your soul, your mind, your body. It has to go in through there. Why? Because e-cameras, they're very, very powerful mediums of communication, and you have to be real as you're doing it. Yes, this is gonna release untafuta either nimelala ama niko shoot, but it's something. From when you wake up, you have to know what is it that you're going to do on set. What is it? How is your story going to impact the audience at home? Will they believe that indeed nimeiba chapati? You know, nimeiba script imesema naiba chapati, unaiba chapati. You know how behave ni kama ama who act ama pretend ati unaiba chapati. So it takes a whole lot of thing of getting into character, making sure that you have your lines and you have learned them, not just cramming them, and that the lines are a part of you, and also researching your character. It takes a lot of work. See ati ulichukia kusoma shule sasa lakini acting unaweza soma. It's not like that. It actually, I usually say the amount of study and research a lawyer puts into their work is almost similar to what an actor does in putting into their work.
No, I beg to differ.
We are the most intelligent beings in the planet.
Not even that. You put that constantly. Every day that you wake up and you're going on set, you're doing that every day. You're doing research a whole, on another dimension. You get? And so for us, it's even worse because, as he has said, you live that character. So what does Wanjikomboro, where does Wanjikomboro go? You suppress Wanjikomboro. And Mama Baha comes alive. I say, I wear my character as I wear my clothes. So the moment I put on that headscarf and lesso, I become that character who I have been researching. That character is my mom, when we were growing up. So I used to look at her, maze. Vile anatugombanisha, vile anatuchapa. That character, Mama Baha, is my mom. I'm not a mom. Sawa. And so I have researched. Now it doesn't end there. Until now we've gone on set, we've shot. Now there's that what we call de-rolling. Getting out of that character that you have spent so many years.
It is the hardest bit.
Like when I was playing Sue. I'm from the village. Sikuwa najua kuongea Sheng. So I remember Abel telling me, like, itabidi uende, PH, utulie, ujue Sheng, ulan. It was so hard for me, but guess what? No one cares. You have to deliver. So it's a lot of work. Umesa ku get into a role, de-rolling. Nilikuwa nishakuwa mgenge even after tumalize show. Nakuta tu uko tu na ugenge flani si funny. Because you're so much into the character, because you have to deliver at the end of the day. But one thing I want to say, it's one thing getting into the room, but character will keep you there. Because the problem with you guys, when you get the opportunity, umekam suna jodi ama umeshine mother-in-law, now you think you're a star. It doesn't work like that. It's one thing to be talented, and it's another thing to kuka hapa juu. I've been there for 10 years. I think all of us is more than 10 years now. Ukika unafanya line moja, watu wezi pumwa mtaani we ni star. This is not your career. Hata wezi tumwa kitchen we ni star. This is not your career. If you're looking for fame, look for another job.
It's a passion and it's a calling to be an actor. And all of us, Shuko, I started working with her from before Machachari, from before Mother-in-Law. There are other roles that we played. Kate, there are other roles that we played with her on stage and on screen. So those are roles that are taken prominence, Sue, Mama Baha and Mustafa. But as an actor, you should be able to handle characters and getting in and out of each character and not falling into what we call stereotype casting. So that's another challenge that is there. So,
and so do you also face that challenge, like you said, because you mentioned something at the emotional drain. You've gone umecheza msawa kuiba chapati ama genge ama Mama Baha. and the pressure that comes from now people who wakikuona, they can't differentiate. Wakikuona, they're like so niache. So how do you balance that?
I think it's a challenge because as, for my character as Mustafa ni fala anakuanga pale jikoni, sawa, anakuanga tu, he has he's in his own world. So when you go on the streets and you're going to buy your packet of milk, or maybe you're just walking through town, I've had instances where people actually hit the back of my head. You know, vile unaweza fanya katoi. Ati Mustafa unajifanyaga mujinga sana. Niko shughuli yangu. Yani, you know, so those are some of the challenges. Having people taking you seriously as an individual, as Andrew Mudhure, aside from the character that I play. And sometimes it even spills on even sometimes some of the workmates. You know, sometimes they get mixed up in it a little bit, but that's where you understand each other in terms of teamwork and tell them, you know what, this is Drew, this is Mustafa. So it's something that is very, very, very difficult, but not impossible to do.
And also to add on that, for example, when I was playing Selena, I believe actors are agents of change, because I found that many women were resonating with the character. They felt like I was representing them. I was married to this drunkard, but still I had so much love for him. Some of them felt like I deserved more. And in the gym, women used to come to me and tell me, "Aki, imagine hata mimi nateswa hivyo na umse, but wewe, huo mama unamwambianga vitu." Maze. And you causing change. You know, people think you represent them in some way. So you understand. And when people call you by the character name, it means you've made it. You know, it was hard for me to switch from Selena to Sue. It was really hard shedding Selena, although mmekataa kabisa na hiyo jina. But it's one of the challenges. But you accept. We love the love, and we appreciate when you appreciate us. Thank you, guys.
I think beginning now professionally. See, I started acting in church, and I just want to put this point across, that why we do something is not why we say that it is secular or gospel, or how we do it. It's actually why we are doing it. Because once we realize, she said we are people of change. We are, you know, that channel, agents of change. So for us, to get to where now we are professionally, before and even now it still stands true that the reason why I act is not because of the money or the fame. That is just an added advantage. You get this. For me is there's a reason why. And even in picking my roles, even in picking, because as an actor, I want to believe, and I am very versatile in all my roles that I have done. I try to be as versatile as I can, because through one character, through the other, we are passing a message. Do you get what I mean? So when we do whatever we do, when I started out professionally, it was so hard for me when people recognize me and they're like, "Hey, mambo," and I'm wondering, ukienda kwa bank maze, unaenda kunaambia umse mambo maze, hey, unakwa au mwambiagi hivyo. So for me, in the beginning, it was really hard. But now, as I've grown into it, because it's growth, as I've grown into it, I appreciate it, and I realize that once you call me Mabaha or someone else calls me another title, then I have done my job. Then I've done my job. And I think then I have passed across the message. So for me, I welcome that. And I will take a few minutes to just ask you, Mazais, how, you know, and see, now we are still forgetting ourselves. Now Wanjiko Mboro becomes Mama Baha, even when I'm not acting, even when I'm not being paid to be there. So I am that character throughout. Everywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, during this last week, there've been the trending topic, actors' tariffs.
Yes.
As well, it's about paying the actors, and you also mentioned there are times that actors and actresses, there are times that unaweza fanya show, pengine live fee. So maybe we can start with you, Drew. What was what's the whole situation?
All right. There was a forum this Thursday where PRISC, which is the organization that handles collecting of royalties for actors and musicians, was supposed to submit tariffs to the Kenya Copyright Board. All right. So what happened is they submitted rates that represent only the musicians. Remember, Prisk is supposed to handle actors and musicians. Yes, performing artists. So, and of course, the Kenya Corporate Board reverted and said, yes, in fact, you need to change that and include actors in the tariffs. So then there started being a push and pull, where now Prisk started quoting Cap 30A that was repealed, that gave the rights to CMOs. These are people who collect royalties on behalf of artists from the different stakeholders in the market. It was pulled down by an Act 11, and that was in 2017. And it went chini ya maji. Well, it was during the time when there was a lot of campaigns and nini, so it wasn't covered, it wasn't given its holding. So the question is, all right, Prisk says that then actors, he actor iko. So then under what mandate are you also collecting for the musicians as well? You see, actors go through a lot. Performing artists go through a lot. There may be a dozen who are doing well. It will give the impression that the industry is doing well, but it isn't. People are suffering out there, Willis. People are getting locked out of their houses. We had a personal friend who passed on, and I won't mention his name, but he passed on because he gave up. And these are some of the things. That Kenyan actors are going through. You may get a gig at the beginning of the year, you get 300,000, yes? And that's about it. You know, I may be on a TV show, she may be in a TV show, she may be in a TV show. There's some constant income that's coming in, but there's a minimum of us. There are lots of us who are out there, and this is what they rely on, these royalties that are collected. So what we need is for Prisk to just do their job and basically represent us as actors and musicians, put in our tariffs in there as the Kenya Corporate Board has requested, and kila mtu aishi vizuri and the industry goes.
All right. So, yeah, hapo ni place mnaweza piga makofi. Msiogope. Right. So also, what do you think needs to be done as well for Kate? And you know, every time I'm going to say, I have to, some Selena.
Fight it.
What do you think we need to do as well, even for those actors and actresses who the situation is what it is? Now maybe when I say, hey, do you mean actress, and I would like to be like Kate, I'd like to be like Wanjiku. So what do you think can be done so that at least at our Apandiju?
I also think, apart from these organizations who are trying to, make things better, even us as actors, we really need to have one voice.
We really.
Happy. We really need to come together as one voice, like the musicians do. Like when there's something happening in the music, or like play music KE, like they're all on board. I think some of us, like, there's almost like a division between maybe theater actors, screen actors. Somehow there's that strange relationship. And I feel like if we have one strong voice together, we'll be able to also guide these little ones who are joining the industry.
Yes.
But that being said, Prisk needs to act right.
Yes.
Full stop.
All right. Naona unaanza sana.
Unajua. Wacha nikwambie. First of all, hii ni topic tunaweza ongea mpaka next week,
Yeah.
Tuko tu hapa tunaongea sijui Prisk sijui nini, but I think we as artists, we as creatives, not even artists, as creatives, we need to first understand ourselves, and take pride in who we are. Sisemi uwe mjeuri. Nasema take pride in who you are, and it starts with you. Nikienda mahali Willis uko na kampuni, nikwambie Willis, mimi nataka unilipe 1 million. Sio ni mimi nimesema?
Yes.
Useme hapana, wewe unatuchekesha hapa 5 minutes, of which kwanza hiyo ni kitu kingine ambayo tunafaa kupewa another forum to ongea about that. So nikishakwambia hivyo 1 million useme haki naweza pata Kate.
Tunachekesha 5.
Kate akuje.
Atachukua mbao.
Achukue hata ambiwe we tutakupatia photographer. Simshajua Kate kwaje. Tutakupatia photographer free. Alafu tukuchore macho
na chakula.
Alafu Uber unaishi? Usukumwe hiyo. Mimi nilitisha mita. Keta ataduyo job na nothing.
Ni example
Ni example. Ni example.
Okay, sorry. Selina. Okay, so anyway, but do you get my point, eh? So sisi wenyewe atujiheshimu. Sasa kama sisi atujiheshimu, wale wa guys watatuheshimu aje? Tunaenda kupatia Prisk kazi ngumu sana ati sijui nini. Wanaenda kucollect nini? Na ulisha do job ya sare, anaenda kucollect. Tukue real wasi. 2019. Lazima tutumia hii mwaka before iishe. Sasa as much as kuna hao watu na si creatives hatuwezi enda kujitishia do because understand kitu moja, this is our talent, ni passion yetu. So hata by the ukaniambia nifanye for free, mimi bado nitafanya for free Willis. Juu ndio ni talanta, nikienda home if I don't perform I die. Literally.
True.
Sawa.
True.
So mimi msiniweke kwa hizo maparagasha za kwenda sijui kuambia Prisk nini. Wacha tu mimi create. Alafu ka Willis wewe ndio uko hapo kwa Prisk. Do job yako, sawa?
Alafu pia
lazima example.
Exactly. Na pia lazima tujitume. Usingoje like kitambo, lazima unangoja casting agent akuite ndio sijui upate job wapi, upate series gani. Mwisho nikiambia wase wana mentoring, lazima ujitume. I keep telling these young guys, like do these funny clips, tag us, do short clips with your friends, work with friends who have the same vision as you. Do something together. If it's good, trust me, guys will watch. Sahi hakuna ile controller tu ulikuwa unasikia umefungwa na hii station. You can do your own thing on Instagram, you can do your own thing on YouTube. Na ita attract wase na wase watakuwa.
Kila simu ni platform.
Kila simu.
Kila simu ni platform. No, so instead of kwenda pahali haulipi unaambia unapewa platform. Niko nayo.
Your rent ni platform gapi?
So go out there, treat your brand as a business. You get si lazima uende hizi mashule za management utafute manager akuhandle brand yako, hata kani sister yako ama hata kani brother yako,
mtu anakuambia
mwenye anakuelewa, mwenye ana understand journey yako na ana understand pale unataka kuishia. You get someone who will also handle your business in terms kama ni social media, kuna mtu atafanya hiyo kazi. Kama ni mambo ya kwenda kukutetea pesa yako, wewe fanya usanii. Unaona? Unaweza kuwa genius uchanganye usanii na hesabu, hiyo nitakuheshimu. But kuwa na msee mwenye atahandle hiyo story. And then that way you can be able to become a brand and a business. You go and perform and that's all you're doing, creating.
Niko na pia nini nyingine before tumalize. Umesema wale watu wanakam. What are we telling them?
Yes.
Talanta iko na yani talanta iko. Hiyo itaisha. Sawa? Lakini sasa pia wewe naongea pia na nyinyi wale mnataka kukam. Pia nyinyi mjiheshimu. Amwezi kuwa mnaniandikia message. Hi, hiyo zaza. Hiyo nini? Sini job na hi, ile ya HAE. Hiyo nini unaniambia? By the way, acha niwaambie kweli, muzi angalia hivi na delete. Hata siendagi ati nini na delete koza hujajiheshimu. Utaandika hiyo nini ukienda huko kukua accountant ama kwa bank? Utaandika hiyo hi, unaandikaga hello to whomever it may concern hereby therefore. Kwa nini uniandiki hizo vitu? Jiheshimu.
I'm telling you what, we are going to have to, just like the discussion ya muziki, we're going to have to do a part 2 of this one because I feel there are so many other things we didn't cover. But I'd like to say asanteni sana for coming through. I see so many people who wanawaita hapa Selina, tumekataa kuacha hiyo jina. Drew, mtu
conversation. You know what is happening and the story that you were talking about.
Yes.
Ladies, all the girls in here who want to join the industry, let me tell you something. If you offer your body or someone forces you to sleep with you for a role, that is the beginning of your downfall. And if someone forces you, tweet us, DM us, name them, shame them.
You kiniandikia hiyo haya nitasoma.
And what Kate is saying is very important. And indeed, it is something that has been happening. And it's something that needs to be addressed. But even to the ladies, I have a daughter. So I have a very soft spot for ladies as well. Because she'll get to a point where a lot of you are. If you use your body as currency for work, that's about how people are going to see you on face value. They'll never see your merit. They'll never see the quality of your work. Wataona waseme, huyu fanya tu hivi na itakuwa tu.
The industry is this small. You know, when a producer, when a director utaambia tu we muongelesha mpeleke out hiyo role ako nayo. Alafu utatake, yani utakuwa hakuna mtu anakuamini. Unaweza kuwa na talent but kila mtu anakuacha anajua huyo yule anapata hiyo role. Jiheshimu tu, heri kae. Kani time yako, God amesema ni time yako itakam. Respect yourself.
All right. All right.
Willis never ongea na boy child.
Ongea na boy child. Kidogo tu.
Kidogo tu. Boys. Hapo sawa. Ile kitu nitawa challenge ni usanii ni kitu unaweza fanya. Usanii inataka, in fact kuna actors wachache sana, men wachache sana. Kate anaweza kuambia ukiamua unakaa chini hivi unatafuta chali wa kuact, take it seriously and take it as a passion. Usi give up ati umeenda umefanya audition 3 sema sasa hata hii kitu hata ikuangi labda ni yangu. Ngangana. Nilifanya audition 25 kabla nipate role yangu ya kwanza. Sama boys. So now uchunge ama sisters wetu. That's about it, baba.
All right. Well, asanteni sana. Like I said, we'll have to have part 2. There's so many things hapo zimebaki. But thank you so much guys for taking time to come through and for the beautiful advice. Continue doing what you do. Sisi tuko hapa kwa support. Whatever you need, tuko hapa na Prisk tulipa watu.
Now watch movie yetu Plan B. It's dropping on 14th of Feb. Plan B film. Please make sure you check it out on YouTube.
Pale on Valentine's Day. You know inaweza kwa slot na plot. All right, we're going to take a short break and we're going to take a short
Willis. Atumesemaje, guys.
And remember to keep it locked to Hot 96 weeknights 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on the season.
Right, na mimi pasi keep it locked. What is wamesema?
Wanailoko. All right, let's hear his brand new music on Mseto Beat Drop. Asanteni sana, we'll be right back.